Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Our topic today is panel assembly tool improvements in new Vertex BD 2026 version. My name is Jukka Haho. I'm technical host today, and I'm working as a product manager in Vertex Systems. And our presenter today is Matt. Matt, please introduce yourself and continue.
Okay, thank you, Jukka. My name is Matt Wood. I'm the product manager of Vertex Systems UK, and today we're going to look at the new panel assembly tool for BD 2026. This is our agenda, a brief introduction. We're going to play a demo, and then we have time for question and answers at the end. Okay, why have we made panel assemblies? The information is spread across the model, panel drawings, and bill of materials. In large projects, it's easy to make mistakes which affect everything from design, production, and site delivery. And these mistakes, instead of creating one problem, it can create a chain of issues leading to significant impact for the company. Okay. BD 2026 lets you manage assemblies in a reliable way to define, edit, and output them directly in the 3D model. Even in complex setups, the updates are controlled easily without error-prone manual regrouping. You can add further value by using the new 3D panel stacking tools. Okay, let's start our demo. I'm going to share my video. Thank you. Okay, today we're going to look at panel assemblies, the new feature in 2026. Now, in previous versions, you could only create a panel drawing per panel type, walls, floors, ceilings. Now you can create a panel type that combines all those panels into one. So it's really easy. We can pick some panels like this, just holding down Control and Alt to pick those panels, and on the panel ribbon you've got create panel assembly at the end. So assembly, the first option, we're using that for structural steel drawings. This is the new one called prefab-unit. You could also think of it as a module or a bathroom pod. And this here controls if you see the wall panel labels in the floor plan or not. So I'm just going to say OK. And on the model tree, nothing's changed here, but on the model tree we've got now a new assembly option. And if I check the 2D, we can see here we have its label in the 2D plan. Now, once it's created, it behaves like any other panel. So, for example, we can go to panel properties and we can take on, if we want, take back on our wall panel labels. Just give that a moment to update. Here we go. Now let's go back into the 3D. If I want to include this beam panel label into the panel assembly, I can pick the assembly, and we've got here connect, disconnect. So I'm just going to pick that beam panel as selected and then OK. Now everything is under that assembly. Let's create a panel drawing. So I'm going to pick it, label again, and choose create panel drawing. And we've got here this new template. Let's say OK. Panel drawings are a bit quicker now than what they were in the previous version. We're coming up now. So we have our wall and floor panels and our beam panel to schedules, and interestingly you can have these prefab units or panel assemblies inside other panel assemblies. You just create them exactly the same way as we've just done with the wall panels. That's why we have these two schedules here. We've got the example template has got a 3D view and a top view. Now, I can go into view settings by double clicking this brown line, and I can see here, look, in our 3D view that I'm seeing the panel volumes as well. So if I want to control what I see in these views, I can go to draft, and I'm going to choose a rule here, look, view line property rules, and it's this one, module frame or module frame view. Double click, say OK. Just going to take a little time to update. And now I've taken away those panel volumes and I'm looking at just my steel. Now, interestingly, that same view line property rule also brought through these labels which have leader lines. So I'm just going to go back into my main view and take the item IDs off from the first page. Let that update again. They've been hidden, and now I'm going to pick this label, take its middle handle, and let's try it again. There we go. So I'm picking just to the top right of the handle to move the label like that. Okay. Also on these draft page you can choose presentation, and we could take shading and wireframe if you want that to be a color drawing. So let it update again. There we go. So you get quite nice drawings. This one is our top view. We could go into here and we can take these hidden lines visible off. This will leave us with just a ceiling layout view instead. There we go. Also got our main dimensions, and we've got a module weight. Okay. Let's close and save that. Now my panel drawing is up to date. Let's make a change to one of these panels. I'm going to delete this piece. You can see now both GI7 is out of date and the panel assembly is out of date. So let's update GI7 first. can close that down. And then let's take this one and update this one too. Okay, almost there. So if you make any change to the panel assembly tree, it's going to put the panel out of date and the panel assembly out of date. You need to update both. Okay. We can also go to the document browser and we can do a report on these assemblies. So I'm going to do Excel lists and choose this one here, beam assemblies and frameline panels. Say OK. Just say all. So we've got one beam panel assembly under the ceiling, and we've got our panel assembly, and then we can see here the contents of this panel assembly. Okay, let's close. We can also do stacking for these, so we can do edit stack contents. Let's take this assembly and create a new stack. Copy values from stacking. Let's take width palette. OK and OK. And then this stack we can create a drawing. Let's take this 3D view. Okay, so that's all you need to know. They're really easy to create. You can create the panel drawings for them. You can get an Excel list report for them, and you can create a stack for them. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, thank you. Let's go here. Now we open for any questions that anyone might have. We will give you a couple of minutes.
Yeah, there is one question. Can you only connect panels to assembly, or can I connect individual components or beams? For example, main beam that is not an assembly.
That's a good question, actually. I have to check that one after the meeting. I think you can connect it.
Yeah, again, you can connect panels or sheets or profiles to panels, existing panels, but not directly to the assembly. And if you like to, for example, connect the beam as assembly to that panel assembly, you need to first beam as assembly. You need to first create the beam assembly. But okay, that's I haven't tested. Can you? You are right, Matt. That can you actually connect the beam to directly to the main assembly? Maybe not.
Let's check that after the webinar. I think you can. I've got a feeling that you can. But
Again,
we just double check.
How about then? Is it possible to afterwards you have created the assembly to add beam assemblies or remove the beam assemblies? Matt, I think
yes, once your panel assembly is created, you just pick the panel assembly, and on the ribbon you can connect or disconnect extra panels.
We have time for more questions if you might have. So please send the questions now if you like to. So I think there's no more questions. We can go forward. Right?
Okay, thank you. Okay, the webinar recording will be on next couple of weeks, I think. I think it was May the 4th, I think, so about a week away if you want to revisit. And we have more webinars planned in the future. Our next one is going to be the new panel stacking features. But if there's a particular topic that you would like to suggest, then please feel free. You can contact your local help desk and we'll put that on the list. And the next slide.
Yeah, so this webinar recording will be in our YouTube channel in beginning of next week.
Yeah. Don't forget, we've got our knowledge base from our website, vertexcat.com/BD. Learn, and please feel free to contact us if you want to learn more. Thank you. Let's go. Okay. We hope you enjoyed the webinar.
Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.